Hi, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know or are first time guests, my name is Nikki. I am a first time mom and I am currently raising a baby in quarantine. So each time I get on here, I just kind of want to do a segment. I want to talk about a subject matter, a topic that has hit close home to me, that I've dealt with, that I've experienced, that has happened to me throughout pregnancy, and how I'm dealing with this first year. So last night was rough. So I have a newborn daughter. She is almost 9 weeks, and we are entering the phase of trying to get her body used to strictly formula milk. So I was breastfeeding the first month, but as any first-time mom knows, the transition period between what life was like before kids and what life is like now is a complete 180. With having a child comes the fact that you have to time manage how much sleep you're not getting. And for people who are dealing with newborns, them waking up every 2 to 3 hours does not equate to you really getting much sleep. I was breast pumping for a little bit, and it was going really well. I was producing, and she was enjoying the breast milk wholeheartedly. But it was taking me about an hour. It was about 30 minutes per breast, and in between when she was sleeping or in between somebody holding her, one of my parents holding her, I would pump, but I was also taking away that hour from sleep. And I was exhausted. I had a C-section, and so I was also in recovery. So part of the recovery of any type of major surgery that you have is sleep. Now, again, I had my parents with me. I have my parents with me. I am in quarantine with them. So they were and are a astronomical, monumental help. However, that adjustment period is not for the faint of heart. And days I was just, I couldn't remember to eat. If I did remember to eat, I was having to choose between, do I want to sleep or do I want to eat? And then add with that, do I want to sleep? Do I want to eat? Do I want to pump breast milk? And I was just exhausted. Like, the exhaustion level for new moms out, like before somebody would ask me, or I would ask them how they're doing, and they tell me, I'm great. And then they'd ask me how I was doing, and I'd be like, I'm tired. What a joke. Because you don't know exhaustion until you are waking up every 2 to 3 hours and you are trying to take care of a child that you brought into this world. It's just on a whole nother level. I've worked multiple jobs before. I've worked multiple jobs and had mono. I've helped take care of, my mentally disabled brother. It does not matter. The lack of sleep, of the constant 24/7 cycle that you are on to raise this child it's never ending. And so I take back all the days that I said I was tired before I had a child, because I really didn't know what the hell I was talking about. So it's laughable, truly. Coffee is something that has just been a godsend. Now, I did not drink, I maybe had like 2 or 3 cups of coffee when I was pregnant. So I was pregnant between December and I gave birth in September. And I had about 3 or 4 cups of coffee in that entire time frame. So after I gave birth and after I stopped breast pumping, coffee became my best friend, and it is everything. So, oh yeah, I was talking about exhaustion. Coffee. It doesn't solve everything, but like a couple of things that I'm going to talk about as I continue this journey on YouTube and to talk to you ladies out there. Coffee is something that I didn't believe was real. I did not think that caffeine really did anything for you. I don't know. I was naive and ignorant and arrogant to think that it just didn't matter. I used to drink a lot of energy drinks. For whatever reason, I thought, coffee was just, something that people drank because it tasted good. But it has gotten me through, or else it has been one of the factors to get me through. So, last night was a big win for me because my child pooped stool for the first time, and she only screamed for like 15 seconds. So let me back up for a little bit. When I was breastfeeding in the beginning, I was going back and forth between formula and breast milk, and the baby was fine. Her poop was runny and mushy, and it was great. It was beautiful. For those of you who do not know, I have horrible bowel movements. I have to continuously eat fiber on a regular basis because it is so hard. It's literally like cutting my butt as I poop. It's horrible and it hurts really bad. And so one of the things I was fearful of was passing that on to my daughter. But in the beginning, she did wonderful. She was pooping great. It was mushy, it was runny. She wasn't having any problems. Well, after I made the decision to stop breast pumping and just to focus strictly on formula from the store, her poop and her stool, I don't know if you guys are PC or not, or if it bothers you. I'll probably interchangeably say poop and stool, but it became really hard, like rocks. And every single time she would go to the bathroom, just screaming, wailing, painful to listen to, painful to hear. And it would be painful for any child, but the fact that it's your own and there's nothing you can do about it, and all you can do is sit with her and tell her to keep pushing and it was going to be okay, even though you don't know. It was really difficult. A couple of times my parents and I would have to raise up her butt and push her cheeks together in order to get the stool to come out. And it was horrible. And I went to the pediatrician and I went online and I did some research, and the transition period from from doing breast milk and mixing that with store-bought formula to just store-bought formula does not work for some babies. And for my child, it was very, very difficult. And there were multiple things that we tried. We did an ounce of water in the morning, an ounce of water at night, and then we started diluting the water. Then we added juice to the water, not diluting it, we diluted the juice. And so I would do a half ounce of juice and a half ounce of water in the morning and then repeat that at night. And for about 2.5 weeks now, maybe 3 weeks, I've been doing that, and it's been rough. I've been struggling every single time she goes to the bathroom. It is heartbreaking to watch. It's heartbreaking to hear. Thank goodness for my parents. That's another thing that you're going to hear me say throughout, these videos, is just thank God for my parents. And then I'm extremely blessed to have them because their support through all these little things, being a first-time mom and just being a mom in general, and just, in my personal opinion, feeling like it was my fault. I stopped breast pumping because I was tired, and now my child isn't so much pain for her to go to the bathroom. On top of the fact that it's probably my genes that gave her that head start, and now me stopping breast pumping, me stopping giving her my breast milk, you know, makes me feel horrible, makes me feel, gosh, like how selfish of you that you needed sleep. Like, this child did not be born, but you needed sleep. That's her right now, if you cannot hear. She's waking up. Okay, give me 1 second, guys.